Hey, Tech here again. So I've spent the last couple of episodes talking about DeVry and is it worth it or not. I want to reiterate these are my own personal experiences, and I thought I'd come from behind the mask, if you will, to kind of show you live amounts of what people would deal with taking out loans and upon graduation. Now, the reason why I actually enrolled at DeVry was there was some need that I thought would happen later on in my career where I would need a 4-year bachelor's degree. I already had an associate's of science from itt-tech, and we all know what happened with that school. Now, if you guys do not know this, it's the accreditations that really threw off some of these for-profit schools. For instance, the National Accreditation was the one that I guess itt-tech was notorious for. During my time there, they were not really apt to let you take classes for general ed. They didn't. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I probably already am, but they basically forced you. They said it without saying it, that you had to take certain classes with their schools for composition, math, and so forth. That was the only way they could get around it. DeVry was the only school that I could find that would take the nationally accredited classes. I couldn't even get into junior college for a couple of other courses to clear English eligibility for basic English because they were regionally nationally accredited at the time. For the regional accreditation, that's the big one that actually will transfer back and forth. So supposedly certain classes taken at DeVry will actually transfer to other UC schools, state schools, or just general universities across the country. Again, it's all subject to actual verification, discovery. So that's basically the reason why I jumped on it. I thought I was going to need a bachelor's degree, and DeVry was the only school, them and University of Phoenix, and there was a DeVry nearby, so that became the sole basis. I was trapped in a particular situation that I could not get out of. It was irreversible to where I'm in debt for itt-tech, and then shortly thereafter I see no way out to get a 4-year degree versus starting over. So that kind of led a little bit to more of just the acquired debt, and I really wish somebody would have told me beforehand, because I would have really liked to have somebody tell me that there was other ways to actually learn this, because we all know information security, information technology are all more performance-based businesses. I mean, there's a lot of people out there getting certifications, which we'll talk on later episodes, but there's a lot of information out there for people to learn that want to learn through conferences, meetups, online courses, networking, and all sorts of things of that nature. So just kind of give you a brief overview. That's kind of why I was trapped. So another reason why it might not be worth it is that I don't know how DeVry's credits and accreditation are nowadays, but it could lead to some problems down the road if you decide that you want to jump ship out of IT or into another engineering field, and then you find out the credits are not really good or worth it because of all the scrutiny that DeVry's been dealing with. This goes for almost any of these for-profit schools, which is why so many of them have come under such scrutiny in the last 6-7 years. So again, take the information for what it's worth, just based off of my own personal experience. I'll have more suggestions and ways to bypass some of this nonsense if you really want to learn. So please stay tuned. Thanks for your time. It's much appreciated. I'm Tech.